Feeling bored with your video games? Your library is full, but it's leaving you feeling...
Alright, Data Devs. I can turn this up a little bit.
By the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old, and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer.
Oh, Tim Schafer knows how long it takes to make games.
About Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to, and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a nonprofit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs Digital Showcase.
Day of the Devs.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of
sounds like Claire got in trouble,
pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Hello! I'm Saskia, senior level designer and artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, senior animator at No Goblin, and we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
Another Annapurna produced
Picture this.
game.
It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nicky Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
Interesting aesthetic. Yeah, due to the fact it's based in like the 80s.
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way.
Pokemon Snap
including
Thief
Leo,
Edition.
a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines,
Where in the
you'll
world
attract
is
a new crew,
Carmen
giving you
Sandiego?
access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
So the heist takes place in your photos? Interesting. So you pretty much do a layout with your photos, and then you see the
Can't wait to
heist
see what you plan
play
next
out
in Snap and Grab.
in your actual
Available early
photographies.
next year
Or
on
photos.
PC, PlayStation 5,
Oh, that's
and
that's
Xbox
interesting.
Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story.
Yeah,
House
are they
House,
making this
based
a
in
new
Melbourne,
game?
Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But
Please tell me
the right person to describe
it's like
it is,
Untitled Goose Game.
that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it
Please.
away.
Please show me their next
Hello.
game. Oh, it's this game.
We're House House. You might know us because of our Goose Game.
Yeah.
And we're here today
Yeah.
to show you around our new
I
game.
forgot they already announced their second project.
It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a game for you to dick around in.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things, talking and walking.
I could do that.
So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system. It feels natural and playful.
Like a
You'll
legit
sound different
working
if you're
one.
speaking up close,
Hello.
or far away,
Hello.
or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie?
Hello? Over.
Or behind soundproof glass? In a situation like this,
Okay.
where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture.
Oh, there they are.
So you're gonna have to
Tools to
emote.
stay in touch when you're out of earshot.
I won't be
And
able
if
to
you
play
can't use
this
voice
unless
chat,
I have
or you just don't feel like
wins.
it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well.
Oh, interesting.
Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk. Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's that like pass.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures.
That's a
or even
giant
lose each
fucking
other
map.
accidentally.
Holy shit.
When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding a way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other
Megaphone.
again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare. Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different.
So you
A
have
lot
to
of
have
them are
multiple
designed so
people.
that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game,
Almost
challenges
like
in
a
Big Walk are about
streamer
the joy
game.
of muddling through things together.
Yeah, a
So
YouTube
that's
trap.
Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset,
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi,
Oh, yeah, there was.
Sorry.
This
We hope you
Kojima
enjoyed
just
this
pretty
little
much
tour
showed
and got
a
sense of what we think is so special
cutscene.
about this game.
That's about it.
We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game.
Later
Hope you like playing
Sunday,
it as
there's a
much as we
deep
do.
dive
Thank you for
for
watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Death Stranding 2. So, yeah, if you want to see more Death Stranding 2, is later Sunday.
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles.
But you know
like
how
Abzu.
Jeff Keighley is. Kisses
See the DNA of
Kojima's
all
ass, licks his
as you surf
boots.
the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid.
Yeah, this
and
game.
I'm very excited to share with you our
Kind
latest
of
game,
reminds me
Sword the
of
Sea.
Journey.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword.
Literally. It's a
And
sword made for
it's
surfing.
Trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a
Journey.
skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way
A
to
little bit more
Journey,
movement
Abzu,
skills
Atlas,
in the game
and
compared
you're
to
gonna
Journey,
see
though.
those elements in the game, but it's going to take
But
you
yeah.
somewhere new.
Heavily influenced by games like that. I don't want to be
Sea is all
mean and
about
keep comparing it to
movement,
Journey, but
getting into a flow
I
state.
mean, come on.
And that's something that, as a snowboarder, I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have.
I used
with
to
these
snowboard.
extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually
kind of
find
mentally
this kind of
freeing to do
meditative
that.
Quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets
Mm-hmm.
you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way.
And if you're riding
I
on a
think that's
black
what we
diamond, you get to see it real quickly. The black diamond routes, if you fuck up on that, you get to see the whole entire mountain in about 20 seconds.
I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I work with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other game scores. It also has
I was about to say another game that's kind of like this is Abzu.
So if you played the
Abzu
Tony Hawk
is
games,
great.
if you played the old snowboarding games, you're gonna love the way.
Oh, cool! You can do tricks. Do a kickflip. Can we do a 900?
Really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th on the PlayStation 5. And
Speedrunner is going to have a field day with that game.
Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this
An
developer...
indie game with 4 million people? I'm trying to think. Best co-op experience, so on and so forth. What game is this? We Were Here? Is that the one? No, it wasn't that, was it? Oh, it's an escape room game. So I wouldn't be familiar with it then. Escape Academy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and
That
we're
had
here to
4
announce
million
Escape
people?
Academy 2, Back to School. The
Really?
sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Or like The Witness. The Witness, that whole entire game is just one big ass puzzle.
Immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more.
It's 5:13, so that means
student at the school.
dinner's being made.
This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes,
I'm gonna have to miss dinner because
and most importantly,
this
find
and
lots of rooms to lock yourself up.
Devolver Digital.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest
the classic
together
S.
campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our
Wait,
Discord
second
and sign
year?
up for a playtest.
Are they gonna have like a full 4-year
Escape Academy
like
2 today on
4-game
Steam, and we'll see you
experience
when you
where
get
you graduate
back
on
to
the 4th year? Are you gonna get your
Do you know
bachelor's
Smashing
degree in
Pumpkins
puzzle
Slush?
solving?
All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh hi, I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. And this is our secret hideout where we make video games. And this is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? BAFTA. We're making a mixtape.
I thought we were in Jeff Keighley's.
Showing that game.
We're in Day of the Devs too. Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about 3 friends.
I'm interested in that game.
Listening
Looks
to
good.
a perfectly curated soundtrack.
Once again, I can't stream it.
A musical journey
I'm
that
gonna have to
documents the
like
breadth of their friendship
record my
and their
playthrough.
greatest hits.
whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash?
It's a teenage wasteland.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it.
Probably has 80s and 90s
Thank you
music.
very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo,
Okay.
Smashing Pumpkins,
Oh, hell yeah.
Portishead,
Okay.
Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush,
The Cure, of course.
Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush,
Okay.
the Jesus and Mary
Oh,
Chain,
Iggy Pop.
the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Damn. Okay.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes! This is a terrible idea!
What the hell is going on? Why is it getting chased by police?
Played on Game Pass day one, wishlisted on Steam.
Oh, it's Game Pass.
or Epic or
I guess I'm doing a peek play of that game. Maybe playing it day one, depending on my future games list.
Get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Prepared to see a peek play of that when it comes out.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Oh yeah, that was the game I came back into while I was using the bathroom during Summer
Hardcore
Game Fest.
action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's
Okay, so it's a
full of mysteries
Metroidvania.
and secrets, and one of its coolest
I thought it was like a
features is
roguelike.
dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one
grim.
gains knowledge and experience of their ancestors.
Oh, that's kind
how
of
it was for
interesting.
generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power.
Oh, cannibalism.
Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods.
Now that I know more about
has a rich
the
history in
concept
action
of this game, I'm
Guacamele,
kind of
Severed,
interested.
To Nobody Saves the World.
Oh,
We're
no
excited to
fucking
craft
way.
Another one that will put your skills to the test.
These devs made
Blighted will
Guacamele?
support full co-op
Oh,
like many of our
shit.
past games. And we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a
Oh,
playable
speaking
demo
of Guacamele, did I ever record that playthrough?
Follow us on social media to make sure you
I'm gonna look at my completed games list.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the
I think I
Devs
did.
alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
I don't think I ever recorded my Guacamelee playthrough. I'm looking for it and I don't see it. I don't see it on the list.
No one cooks anymore.
Interesting. That's alright.
Tubes? Yuck.
I'm so hungry.
What's this game? Was it like a turn-based? It's like a...
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of
Oh, you're here, dude.
And I want to introduce you to our new game, Dos Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages.
It's like an RPG system with cooking involved too.
Reconcile with loved ones. And eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends. Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the action button
timing based too.
Amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases
cooking mini games.
Serve up looks by customizing your spirit met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dos Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026.
Very unique game. It's a very interesting
Our pals at
RPG.
Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre?
Is this a new IP? I mean, a new game? Or did they show this off last year? Oh, I think it's new. I think you're all screwed. Ooh, yeah, you're all dead. The attack of the desk. Oh no. Wait, what, did he survive? Oh. Weather outside looks pretty bad. Oh. This is Metrovania.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search-action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one
Corporate-run city? That sounds dystopian as fuck.
They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem
Of course, the demon is
together,
sexified.
get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Oh, I still need to play the
Moonlighter
first
2:
game.
The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike.
Yeah, this one's more
Here,
3D.
you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight
The second one was, the first game was isometric 2D.
Better gear.
Oh no, yeah,
This
2D.
blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special.
Yeah,
and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Tresna, a blood-brimming town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone, though. Old and new faces will join him along the way.
Yeah, because the first game had a roguelite element to it. So I'm kind of wondering if this one will pretty much have the same
From the
thing.
arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Hylia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence
Should probably turn off the subtitles because subtitles on subtitles is not
the
appealing.
base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's two bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved in the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop.
Instead of 200, you got 300 for it.
Skyrocket your profit,
Not
unleashing
bad.
powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are.
Did you say 7 years?
Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
I haven't played that first game you said.
Hi. Welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings.
Looks like
where I
a
explore
puzzle game.
What would happen if we did touch the artwork? I usually start by choosing a painter I like.
It's like
and
Xavier's
then think
making
about
lots of
what
noise
gameplay
downstairs.
would fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, You're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night. Please watch the artwork as a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the museum of animated modern art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings.
Oh, it's an anomaly game.
There is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening.
I've seen a lot of these kind of games
If you don't know
before.
Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are kinda harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings.
Do you have to worry about how long it takes you to spot the anomaly?
However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Shh. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first Day of the Devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus. And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel
Montreal,
Canada. Beat 'em up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day. So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine,
this game.
Storm, Nova,
Looks like a cool beat 'em up game.
and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight. Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground. We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies. For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout. As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today? We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim,
Sounds
co-directed
like
by the Pixel
Xavier's having a very hard time downstairs. I'm keeping the mic muted.
From Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Hi, I'm Isa,
that little
programmer
game
and
looks cool.
writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems and finally start fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you
Very
still need to keep your
interesting.
new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities that change the way you fight.
Interesting.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual.
Okay.
The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
Interesting.
If this sounds like your kind
That's a
of
very
game,
different
please
life
use Neverway on
simulator.
Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
Yeah, I think that's definitely on my radar now. Looks really
It's
cool.
time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on
Dude, they have a joust cabinet? That's cool.
2018, along with a host of other accolades.
Yeah, look at that joust cabinet.
They've been hard at work.
Dude,
to
I want one.
Looted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
Man, I wish I could still play Joust. I could probably emulate it. but
Something
yeah,
incognito.
it's not the same.
Like a submarine.
Gotta play it on the cabinet.
But also fast. Like a jet/submarine. Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Market, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
So in a way, it's kind of like Robin Hood, but you're trying to take the artifacts back to their homeland.
Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections.
Oh,
That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts,
That I know too
including
well.
human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game
Mostly
are vague and
England has all
invented,
that shit.
the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real.
England, France,
As of today,
probably Portugal.
reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum.
I don't know
A
if
hugely important spiritual item to the
you could probably
Pomo
say
people of Kenya.
American
It was
museums
believed
probably have
destroyed in 1910.
African artifacts
In
too.
reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Bokoma prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today.
So just keep it in storage.
Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
Damn, you had to go real fast for that shit.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about the little dudes walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan.
There's been like 3 or 4 Patapon games.
Coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております。小谷博樹と言います。
Take away that.
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は、
As at a Clockwork Orange
ラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですのでまだまだ皆さんの支援が必要と思います。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたのでぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それではどうぞ。
Okay, this is a Mac box, but it's probably for something else. Definitely has that Patapon feel to it. It's a run-based game. Interesting. Huh. So you can have, it's a roguelite. So there's permanent progression. Looks like this game's gonna be mean to you. So I saw that last fight, like one attack wiped out 7 of your dudes.
Day of the Devs.
Oh my god.
そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯!
Kanpai. Is that milk?
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
I'm probably just going to keep the subtitles off unless they warrant it.
Officer at Other Side Entertainment. At Other Side, we don't play it safe. We take chances.
We tackle hard problems, and we do what's right for games and gamers.
I'm gonna look at his shelves
What's
real
right
quickly.
now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your friends have experienced before. Response to the idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific. The team behind the game is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Other Side's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
Looks pretty cool. So it's a first-person multiplayer stealth game.
All the bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones, and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location.
Dragon Castle.
X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
Okay. Then he probably have to hide his body.
I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually?
That's true. The
situations that are
unrequited
so
element
fun.
of
Something that
the other
won't happen
player.
in another match ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward to seeing players do.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning, because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director, because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map.
It's gonna be fun
You can
being
hear
an
where other
audio
thieves
director
are.
of
You can
a
hear other
game.
threats like guards. You could also be able to
Especially
tell,
a multiplayer game.
quiet environment, and then I
Gotta
can
be
hear
a tough
outside,
task.
It's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected.
That would be cool. If they actually implement that in the
And a
game.
lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? You know, thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really
But
like
what
to do
about
is
honor
kind of
among
stay back in the
thieves?
shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
So every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen.
That's far enough.
You know, we've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
Pocket Boss.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playable
You need a
based in
compressor.
Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now,
Oh, I know that game.
forward to show you
I've seen
something
that
brand
before.
new. Pocket
Okay.
Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful.
Okay,
But as in all
interesting.
that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year.
So it's a puzzle manipulation.
You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch.
Interesting.
Thank you.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating,
Just pay attention
working
on
out,
my
and
face.
more.
I know
we
I need
finally
to
have a
lose
release
fit.
date.
Wait.
Hi,
Look
I'm
at my
Jenny.
face right now, man.
I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is,
Like how she's in focus and he's not.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school?
Like how it is just free time until bedtime.
and I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was
YouTube.
get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life.
But the dog walks you.
1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
So it's a game
Please
that's
wishlist it as
kind of
soon as
about
you
her.
can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 per 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sometimes great games
Consume
can go unnoticed.
Me.
If you're lucky, maybe
Interesting.
you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off. Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got
How does that
out of
guy
my
look
control
familiar?
and became very famous. The reason is that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can't describe. I ask you please not to play it.
Ah, reverse psychology, huh? I see how it is. Please do not play my game.
A dev on Off. I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new. Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off
Actual
celebrates its 70th
Toby Fox.
anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms. In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat. We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Okay. August 15th.
And now,
Okay.
a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Play as a tire. I'm assuming. Get to roll around. and
Hi,
shit.
I'm Corey Martin. I'm Thomas Tobin. And I'm Andy Chmalenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with
I gotta
big
play on
ideas.
SEAL Team
We're
6.
so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Tire Boy is fast
Ooh,
and
look, you're
nimble,
a
leaping through lush
kid that's
environments,
in a tire.
solving environmental puzzles, and taking on heroic battles.
Oh, there's actual combat. But you use a
All
stick.
while helping
You don't
locals
roll in.
and uncovering his own past. Tire Boy may be the last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large
Okay.
owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective.
I'm looking at
which
the
is to
heart
repair a
system right
giant
now. Oh,
radio
you guys can't see
transmitter to
that.
help the local community make contact with long
There's
lost
4
travelers.
hearts on the top
Despite a
left.
silly premise, we're striving to make
Wonder
the
if that
world feel
increases
really
or-
grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like
What
a
if you
kid,
stay at 4
giving you
hearts
that
the whole
childlike
game?
experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
It looks like the
Tire
bears
Boy
are
is
normal
weird,
size.
heartfelt, and full of little surprises. And we've built it to feel like a place
I
you
haven't
want to
seen
come
the
back to,
hearts
whether you're
increase.
chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
It looks like most of the game you stay at
Wish
4
this
hearts.
Tire Boy on Steam now and follow at tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Will
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas. And I'm Niklas. Co-founders and developers of Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought
Oh yeah,
it
that
would
game.
bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Devolver Digital should be
Along their
starting.
journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs
I'm gonna double check.
friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties.
I'm just gonna double check to make sure Devolver Digital isn't happening right now.
Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things. Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without
See
compromising
them.
vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Tone 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment.
Okay.
It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making
I think
the
we're
world
safe.
feel more free.
We're not missing Devolver Digital yet.
And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new...
I need to play the first
one. We can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Tone 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon.
Hello! Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography, all the different kinds of art that go into developing a game. They are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at iMeepit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like, it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsolla, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsolla is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games, without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsolla Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsolla for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that rip on
Wait, so in Xsolla, when you buy a game from there or something like that,
but we also have some other sponsors
do the
today.
devs get 100% of the profit?
A village to support Day of the Devs. We are a
That'd be
nonprofit,
pretty crazy.
and every little bit helps.
Sponsored by Devolver Digital.
Double Fine Productions and iMeepit. We have a whole list of other
Blumhouse.
folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out.
Oh
And
yeah, we're probably going to see some Blumhouse stuff during Xbox's showcase.
Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio, Studio MBHR, Summer Game Fest, and Jeff Keighley and the whole gang at the Game Awards.
Don't mention him.
Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games. It means a lot to the developers. And thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games. And thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
Thank you. It sounds some pretty
Huge
cool
thanks to our
indie
friend
games.
Dose One for providing the beats for today's show. And please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing
we got more games.
a game
I thought it was ending.
legal and you do crimes with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is a never-before-heard new track from, this is mostly a never-before-heard track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now, you can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including this one. Enjoy.
Photosensitivity warning. No.
Has your voice been truly locked away? Kept inside these worn out tapes we made. But maybe this is another dream I'll soon forget. So I'll put it with the rest and wait for you instead.
It's an albino. Can't tell if they just dyed their eyebrows or if they actually albino. I'm trying to figure out what the game is, though. I know they're showing off their music right now, but I like to see the game. I've seen a little bit of the art style. That's about it. It looks like it's a rhythm game. Or a little bit of it. Ah, it is a rhythm game. Oh, it's like that one game I played on stream before. Okay. Then this is a game I should be familiar with, at least the type of game it is. It's not Musings. It's an... I have to check my Steam list, but I have a game kind of like it. Rhythm-based game. I wonder if it's like you do some of the rhythm.
Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes
Next Fest is
which you
on the
might
9th?
recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for them evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new edition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff from the demo. You can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel.
Is it on Spotify?
That's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like, genuinely super... We're not here without you. Like, genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended back when I stopped talking about the album. This... I can't really think of a good way to thank you, because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my God, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games. Thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
Cool, that was Day of the Devs. All right, another rhythm game coming out soon. Pretty cool, or whatever. It's probably going to come out either later this year or early next year, probably. I think they had a release date on that. I'm not sure. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed Day of the Devs, where you get to see a lot of cool indie games. There's definitely some games that's going to stay on my radar and be on my radar now. Oh yeah. Next up that we're going to be covering is going to be Devolver Digital's little showcase. So you probably batshit crazy.